And I think that tells you that everything is systems go. I've noticed though that different formats take slightly longer, and I'm not talking a lot, I'm talking 10 seconds maybe longer. So if you give it 10 seconds at the beginning, and if it has to be perfect, you can always edit the stream later. So in this stream, we're going to quickly highlight some artists because we usually play music on Mondays. We're also going to check in on the chat, and we are also going to check on the mentions today. Now, with Restream, all you have to do is hit the stream that you want to be on, and you're there. And we are seeing it as we speak. I don't know if any of you use the format of Ubuntu or Linux or any of those formats, but it can take you a while to navigate Ubuntu through Restream. I've also noticed too that Firefox does not support Restream properly. So I noticed I had some problems. The benefits of meditation reduces stress. Do you believe that to be true? So we have people here saying, so important. My experience over the last 50 years with friends, clients, is that regular daily practice of meditation does have benefits physically, psychologically, feelings of goodness overall. And that was from Deborah. A meditation, I think, at one point in my life, literally saved me. It was a way to unplug, and I needed that at that time. I needed to totally unplug. So let's click this. Let's see if we can move this over. I don't know if it's gonna let me. Oh, I think I just learned something. Maybe not. Oh, I did it. It wasn't the smoothest transaction, but I got it to work. Good morning, Michael. Just done from morning dishes and wash listening to you. You know, Fireman Rich, if you have a couple minutes, I would love to go over a couple of the games. It should be the same invite that you had last time. Do you still have that? Because that would be great if you want to come up. The game with your favorite team, the New York Giants, they're making jokes right now. The New York not so Giants, but Dallas was what 600 yards, over 600 franchise record. So New York is definitely in trouble. Benefits of meditation controls anxiety. I don't know because I don't have a lot of anxiety, but I think it could help. Promotes emotional health. Enhances self awareness. Well, big time. Totally agree with that one. Lengthens attention span. Never heard of that one. But it makes sense if you're more in tune, that might be actually true. Because think about it, if you're healthier, I know it affects sleep. Because a lot of times, if I get into deep meditation, I actually end up falling asleep. But it just, to me, it's a form of rebooting your brain every day. It's almost like a cleansing process. You also receive messages too when you're in meditation. It's almost like your antennas come up and you're able to receive the messages from your guides. I like this. Fights addictions. I would love that to be true. I hope that's true for many. Reduce age-related memory loss. Ooh, that's pretty deep. I'm going to read that one more time. Reduce age-related memory loss. Okay. I think because it activates, I believe, parts of the brain. All right. So I guess you don't have it anymore. So Let's see what I can do here. We'll go to... let's finish this first. Improve sleep, which I know is true, helps control pain. Wow. Some of these are hard to believe. Decreases blood pressure. That I believe. That I actually can get on board with. All right, so let's see here. Let's close this. And we will look up, all right, our friend. Look who's there. We got Tony D on the top line there. There he is. Okay, we'll go right here. And we'll go here. And he doesn't. Does he have one from before? He doesn't. Look at all the feeds I send him. That is so funny. And there's Nico. Good old Nico. All right, let me see here what I've got. All right, I need to find that link. And it's right here. Okay, so we got that. Copy. And I'll throw it in here. And he'll get it. Here we go. And he's got it. And I'm pretty sure it's the same one over and over again. All right. I'll hear like a when he comes into the room. You have to be aware of that. I used to do that at Habs. It had no notification whatsoever. I'd also like to say hello to Hans Ekman this morning. Thank you for reaching out. I really appreciated you reaching out today. I also like to say hello to Tim and Coach Turby, Colin Porter, Keith Keller, Salomon, Ted Hicks, Tim Brown, and Nico's Digital Cafe, who is ever supportive. We are going to try to get him on the show this week. We'll see how that goes, how successful we are getting him up. He's a busy man. I think on Thursdays we're going to start having Salomon on as well from Dubai. I've also briefly talked to Randy, and Randy might come up for a short broadcast, or I'll go into his. You know, there's this kind of community where we try to help each other, right? So if someone is kind enough to come in your show, you should take the time and, you know, even if it's 20 minutes, half an hour, everybody has that. It can't be a one-sided thing. And I think there are a lot of individuals that think it is. And it's, you know, you're blessed to be on their show. And it shouldn't be that way. It should be, no matter what the numbers are, you help each other. I'm not saying you can't benefit, though, from piggybacking. Many people do that. And I highly recommend that. Fireman Rich, if you're listening, I put it in your Twitter mailbox. So if you're looking for it. All right. So let's see here. Let's go to our feed. Let's click that on. All right. So right there, we are looking at Twitter. Why don't we look at notifications? And all right, we got it. I find when it's on the normal Twitter, it takes a little longer. Yeah. Good morning, Grace. How are you today? I like what you wrote here. Being steel, no strategies, big healing, beautiful rivers of grief/joy. The duality is there, right? For sure. Good morning to Noble Ron. How are you today? Thank you for adding to the feed today. We appreciate that. Also, good morning to Barbara Allen. And she's wishing everyone a lovely day. And everything metaverse. And it says here, welcome to the Genius Room. I really appreciate what you said. Life perspectives, roots to the core, and gave insights to those that are different chapters. Her show's on, I think, twice a week on only on Twitter Spaces. Seeing AMT Twitter DM. Should be there. Am I not in Twitter? Yeah. You know what I'll do, bud? I'm going to put it right in the chat, and then you can find it. Can't post messages. Okay. There you go. It's right in the chat. So you'll see it now. And it's on Twitch. And yep, there you go. Okay. We got there. It just took a while. And that's the thing, too. When you're doing live stuff, you have to be patient. It is never seamless. And if you think it's going to be seamless, you're going to be a very unhappy person. That was one of the things on being on Haps, because at the beginning it was a beta project. It was forever buggy, having problems. Sometimes things didn't match up correctly. But when they got it going, it was amazing. Okay, we finally got him here. The man. He's worth the wait.
It did not come DM. I know you sent it, but it never clicked in. And I was trying to go back on your previous broadcast, but the chat's not there. So
that's good. Oh, that makes me happy.
Oh,
so it is a new link. I was worried that there were always the same link. So that's good.
No, this is the one you just put in this current broadcast. I don't know about that.
That one's brand new.
Yeah,
shiny and new. So they do switch them. Yeah.
Oh, do they? Okay.
I don't know if it's frequently, but they do switch it.
No, you send it via DM. I'm not. I have my DM on you, and I got all those DMs from you sent yesterday, and it's yesterday where I gave a thumbs up.
Yeah, and you didn't.
And I don't see. I'm looking at my DM for you right now. Your timeline there, and I'm not seeing anything. I'm just seeing what's his name going like this in Miami on the picture. But good morning, Michael.
That's okay. Well, yeah, it's right here. You know what the problem is? It helps when you send it.
Well, send it anyway. Then I have it. Okay, there it is. It just popped. It just popped in. Okay, I was scratching.
I had a suspicion I didn't send it because I see it and then I think, oh, it's sent.
Yeah,
it's out there.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
So that is. So I got it. I got
the lesson. Now. You know what the lesson is there, though?
What's that?
Is that don't ever blame someone until you fully see what happened.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that. Let's say that you never got it and go, he didn't want to come
in. No, because I know it's like, well, unless something's wrong with Twitter or X there and stuff like that. But I didn't see anything. But yeah, I'm just getting done with the morning dishes and through the wash and the dryer and. Just kicking back here with some water, and the missus is out visiting her older brother. He just had back surgery, so just to see if he's doing okay, checking in on him and stuff like. How's your morning going?
It's been good.
Yeah, you went out with Tia, right? I saw a picture on your timeline there. You had a picture of Tia.
We love the Tia. Tia's forever busy. Yeah, Tia is definitely the star in my show.
Oh yeah.
Well, people talk. I rarely get asked about how I am. I usually get, how's Tia doing?
Yeah.
How is she? When am I going to see her again?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. So
that's how I was with my Max there. I love talking about Max on the when I was streaming and stuff like. And even when I was doing audio, so I was just getting ready to just before he came on doing my daily audio for the Audio Month challenge here of Napod Pomo. But then I saw you. Oh, Michael's up. Let's see what he's doing. And stuff
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Wasn't it a great day for football?
Yesterday? It was interesting. The Cowboys beating the Giants. I knew the Giants were going to probably lose that game. It just I was catching up. I guess they had a late night post Bell King fantasy football last night and all that. And I watched the replay, and I guess they sort of got us pegged as this. I was actually asleep. I don't know about you, but I was asleep on the couch. I was going to make it because I knew that someone was going to come up and stuff like that. But I was crashed out, and I slept after the Jets scored their first field goal. And I think, maybe they might win this. And they ended up losing. But the Giants, I just had to. I ended up changing the channel and watching the other game. It was just too
Depressing.
Their season's gone now. I'm going to say that as a Giant fan, their season is their season. They're not as bad because I think Brian he mentioned in the post broadcast last night.
Yeah.
Are they just as bad as the Patriots? No, the Patriots are worse, I think, right now. But that's not saying that the Giants aren't any better. They're down there in the dumps, and this season's written off for them right now as far as that goes. There's no way. The one team I was really surprised with
Hmm.
was Arizona winning,
I'm
and
not at all. You know why?
you're not okay.
What was the key difference of that game?
I just saw that they won. I don't know what the stats are in that particular game though.
So there was a very special quarterback that came back.
Oh, he is okay. Okay, I did
He's
not know
he's
that. I
back.
did not know that.
He
Okay,
is the most dynamic runner.
he can run. Oh my
He
god.
he was blowing by people like they were standing still.
Yeah, yeah.
It was scary,
And he's
scary.
not the normal build for a quarterback.
He's
He's
not the normal build
for
for
football.
baseball. For baseball,
Yeah, I
he's
guess
a
you could say that. Yeah, yeah,
he's tiny. He
yeah,
he looks like. Oh, I don't want to be mean. I'm trying to think of a sport he'd be golf. Golf, you can be
yeah,
short, you can be
yeah,
tiny.
yeah.
He
But he's very athletic. You could see that. He wouldn't be able to play the caliber he's playing if he wasn't that.
Oh,
You know.
I think he right now is the best rushing quarterback in the league. He
Yeah,
showed it last night. He was going so fast, and it's like another gear,
yeah.
and he just pulls away from the lineman,
Right.
and it's effortless.
Yeah.
His arm is good.
Hmm.
He didn't play like someone who had been off for a very long time. He's got good instinct. Do you know why they didn't bring him back?
Why is that? It-
They were worried that if he got hurt, there's a clause in his contract that they would have to pay him an incredible amount of money if he got hurt again.
Well, this goes back to what you were talking yesterday in Tony's fantasy football, the business side. The
Hmm.
business side, as far as we don't, you don't think of that as a viewer and stuff like that. So, just and stuff.
It's sad. It's
Yeah.
sad that there are so many people who love the game, right?
Right.
And there are those that are completely business people, and
Yeah.
that's and a lot of the owners, they have everything you could ever want,
Yeah.
but they want fame, and fame
Well,
and infamy. No,
yeah.
they've talked about
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Is owning a team and having the rings.
Yeah. But I would have to say they had one owner on yesterday that I watched
Hmm.
his interview before the game, and that was Kraft. And given his little incident that he had and stuff like that, it was very sincere. And he's talking about, and maybe
Yeah.
it's on the businesses, like you said, because they want to expand it because they want the game to be available and stuff like that. But he gave so many acclimates to the players and what they're doing for
Hmm.
the community and stuff like that. That I don't know if that was a front. I think he looks a lot older than he had been, but
He's going to have to make a decision
yeah,
because that's and we talked about this before. The faculties of a football player
yeah,
and management and politicians. We've gone into
yeah,
this before.
yeah,
Once you're over 60, your faculties are not the same.
yeah, yeah.
Especially if you're over 70.
Yeah, but it's just a man of that caliber being available because you don't normally see the owners unless they win a
Right.
Super Bowl talk about that. And this is where the Patriots are. Yesterday that marks the worst. This is the worst season that Belichick has had since he took over the Patriots.
I think it's
And
the worst season he's ever had, period.
probably, yeah, yeah, yeah,
And it's
definitely.
it's it's getting beyond embarrassing.
And that's how I feel about the Giants. The Giants have to do a completely overhaul because you could see um, uh, just in the players on the sideline, just like what are we going to do? The Dallas Cowboys mode. They shouldn't have even showed up. They were done before they even got on the field. I think as far as there's the season's over for them, and it's only at the halfway point for that. I would say for those two teams, in my opinion, those two teams, they can probably respectfully come back. I think the highest they can obtain is probably 500 if they get that. But as far as a playoff, you can automatically scratch those two right off the list as far as possible playoffs.
So I need like 2 minutes or less. So I watched and listened because I was frustrated with the Buffalo Bills, and you know I love them.
Yep.
And
they're playing tonight, revenge game, I guess I'm calling it.
And they are having a rough time internally. So they had a team meeting twice in the last month.
Right.
And when I mean team, I mean no owners, no coaches, just players. Sorry.
Right.
Should be a player meeting. Sorry. Player meeting is what I mean.
Yep. Come to Jesus. Yeah.
There is speculation that a lot of the problems that they're having is due to not management, but
the players,
but the coaches.
Oh, the coaches.
And the coaches are not playing modern games. Like they're not in the mindset of the new game. And
gotcha.
and they're expecting, and they have been for a while, Josh Allen to do too much.
Right. Well, you said before that he's holding, and I've seen that the last couple of games. He's definitely changed something up and stuff like that. Because you look at last year, he was all over the board. He's like, I'm going to muscle in this touchdown myself because.
But you imagine him on the Browns.
Oh God, that game, the Browns. I mean, I'm just. That's what I love about football. So a team like that, they weren't.
But the Browns are well coached.
Yeah,
they're well coached. Number one. Number two, they protect their quarterback to the point where they can take a while to make a decision, and a while in the pocket is about 3.5 seconds.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Unfortunately, right now he tends to get about 2 seconds, and the receivers don't seem to be able to get. He's also playing like he might be still slightly hurt. He's not able to throw those. Remember, he used to throw those dimes, all the way into the end zone effortlessly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh my God! I've had feelings for a while that he will end up winning.
Yeah,
but not with that team.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he's going to get to a point where if things don't change, because you only have so many years where you're in.
Oh yeah.
He's in his prime right now.
Yep.
And if you look at Aaron Rodgers, he looks so tired. He looks so tired, and that's why he's gunning. He's talking now December that he's going to go back.
Yeah, I'm not. I think that's
hoopla.
Well, it's just the fact that like I said, I've only seen him play one series, and they got a touchdown during preseason, and then he played four snaps, and then he busted up his leg.
Yeah,
and so all we have to go on his caliber of play is, we're talking. By the time he comes back in, it's last year, and last year was not really a good year for him, even though because he did play hurt with Green Bay, and he kept it. He held his own. He showed the stamina and stuff like that. But I don't know if it's because
I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if he didn't get hurt and he was still playing, how different would the outcome be? And I know how I.
The Jets would be They would be a whole different team if he was playing. If he had the prime as the same as when he was with Green Bay at the prime, Jets would be a whole different team right now.
Here's the problem though, with our lovely Jets. They don't have a great O-line, offensive line.
No,
they really don't. They're great defensively, and they keep.
I question that defensive because I look at some of they're lucky to get the turnovers they did. Was that directly result of their defense, or was it a little bit more the other team screwing up and they took advantage of that?
No, they're good.
You think so?
Yeah, to be able to get an interception in this game, you have to be able to read patterns. And
No, a
and
lot of
he
them, the ball flips up in the air and it's tumbling, and there's just happened to be.
well, but that's athletic too. Like how
I
many
think it's still,
if I threw something at you right now,
yeah,
you'd probably go, "Why'd you do that?"
uh, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think the Jets, they're middle of the road team, and they have they're definitely better than the Giants. That's for sure. And the
yeah,
Giants, they're supposed to have a better organization. You know, they're
yeah,
like when I think the analogy last night that Ted Hicks was saying, the Mets and Yankees have a good organization. The Mets will never be, even a Met player or so will never be as good
yeah.
as New York Yankees, but in this case, the Jets are definitely playing better ball than the Giants and stuff. And even though
Do you know who else is in trouble?
who's that?
Atlanta, the Falcons. They
Yeah,
still have quarterback problems. The
right.
Cardinals, honestly, might get a wild card. If he plays the way I think he can play, they may end up on a wild card berth. I don't think they will, but I think there's a
Well, the Seahawks in that division, the Seahawks at 40, and the 49ers. What about the 49ers? They came back into form yesterday.
right. But
Um,
who did they play?
um, I don't know. Remind me, who did they play? They played.
They played a team that wasn't that great.
That was a sub 500 team. Let's see what my list here
See
says.
see here's the problem. Okay, so earlier we were talking about Kyle Murray,
Yeah.
and Kyle Murray.
Oh, Jacksonville. Okay, and the only reason I picked Jacksonville, I thought they had a 5-game tear and stuff, and you figure, oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but you know what you got to look at, which is what I also looked at,
What's
the
that?
injuries.
Okay,
They were so riddled with injuries. And the reason that the 49ers lost weeks prior
right.
is most of the key players were half performing or out.
Gotcha, gotcha.
So they've got some of the pieces
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
And the other thing is, Brock Purdy finally showed that he's human.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm hoping with the Buffalo Bills, but I don't know if they're going to have it in it. They're playing a team tonight. They should win tonight.
Oh, I disagree. All they need is one piece. If they can trade and get somebody like some really
Yeah,
hot receiver,
right.
they'll be fine. That's all they honestly one piece or an amazing running back.
Oh, as far as for the long term, I'm just talking tonight that
Oh,
against
tonight, okay, but I'm for long term.
for
I'm
long
talking.
term. Yeah, yeah.
Well, if you look at
Well,
the
you said
bill,
that before. You said that before, and I can see where you're coming from on
yeah,
that. And
the
but
Bills right
have we
now.
seen any trades at all though in the last several weeks? I don't think. Is there a certain time period that they can do trades?
Oh, they're brewing.
Yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah.
brewing. Like who would have thought that Dobbs would have went to Minnesota? That was brilliant. That
I
was
tell you,
brilliant.
I'm on the bandwagon Minnesota right now because that kid right there is like hear the announcers after the
Yeah.
game yesterday
But do you know
talk.
why he's doing well? The offensive line. He has more time.
That's true. Yes,
And
very,
and and
very
if the line can hold the players, then the receivers go farther back.
right.
And he just waits and he goes, oh, I got an opening. And he can
Yeah,
do it himself.
yeah.
And he is so dangerous that he can do that. Now, I'm always really mean, unfortunately, recently with Dak Prescott.
Uh huh.
And Dak actually ran a touchdown yesterday. Remember,
Yeah.
I said he looked like he was always carrying a
Yeah, but
wheelbarrow?
I'm gonna. You said something yesterday during Tony's show as far as because of the quarterbacks and the MVP and stuff like that. I don't think he's MVP. He's playing great, but is he
He's top
MVP?
10. He's top 10. He's top 10
I
quarterback.
don't think he's MVP though. I think
Oh,
there's
no,
too.
I don't think he's that either.
Yeah, so I know you
No.
said that, and it's just like I think he's a good quarterback. He showed
Hmm.
it, but it was against a very weak
Yeah.
team and stuff. Dallas is still a solid
Do
team.
you remember I changed my choice yesterday? I was
Well, which
salty.
one? Yeah, which one did you change? You changed,
I was mad at Baker Mayfield and I was having a tantrum
oh, there.
internally, not
Yeah,
on air, but
yeah,
inside. And I was like, you know what, good or bad, I like him. I have to
yeah.
stand
And,
by
and,
him.
and the thing is, that was a good win. I'm saying that. So, yeah,
He
Mike.
oh
Okay.
he was throwing bullets.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, or dimes is what other
Do you
people
think
call.
that's an indication for the next few weeks there too, or?
Uh, um, Again, they're a team that only does well when they play teams that are around 500.
Oh, okay, that's a 500. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so let's be real. It's really hard to beat Dallas. It's really hard to beat, almost near impossible to beat Philly. It's very
Right,
difficult to beat the 49ers.
right.
I think in weeks to come, the Cardinals are going to be very difficult to
Yeah,
beat.
I'm just seeing. I'm just bringing up next week's schedules. Who the Bucks play next week? They play Tampa Bay. Where are they? Where the hell are they? Oh, Tampa Bay. Oh, they play San Francisco next week.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's
And
gonna be a good game. I think that's.
and they're healthy, but who would have ever thought the Browns would beat the
Oh,
Ravens?
they went to that game after the Pittsburgh last ending and stuff like that. And that was like, holy crap! That's
That
because
was a great game.
I thought the Ravens were going to win that game, and it's just like, man, that's a down dirty right towards the end. They got business. They put their game face
That
on,
was
and
old school, right? Old
oh,
school food.
exactly old school football. That's the thing. I was like, this is great. I didn't watch the whole game, but this is the portion of the game you want to watch is right at the
Yeah.
end.
The most exciting game, though, for me,
Yeah.
hands down, was the Texans against the Bengals, and
Oh
how
man.
it came. You know,
Yeah.
the Bengals should have won that. It was right in his
Yeah.
hands,
Yeah. I didn't watch it. I heard. Yeah.
and then they would have been forced with very little time to get a touchdown instead of a field
That's
goal.
that's a big win for the Houston
Yeah.
Texans. I agree, a big win as far as that goes. And the Texans, do you think they can move up the ladder in the division and stuff as far as that goes?
I think they showed yesterday they might get a wild card berth.
Yeah, they may go into a
Yeah,
wild card.
I think they've earned that. C.J. Stroud though is
Yeah.
showing that, and many people are starting to dance with the saying he's a top 10 tier
Now, see,
quarterback
that's a guy I would consider an MVP because he's
rookie.
up in that caliber in
Yeah,
that group, and is this his first or second year? This is
first,
second, or is it
first,
so he's a
first,
rookie. So
brand new.
yeah, okay, he's the
Yeah.
guy we were talking about contention for um, rookie of the year and stuff like that. So that was a big win for them, and
Hmm.
'cause I would have figured Cincinnati. They're just, and I said yesterday they're on a roll as far
I
as
want to bring something up here, and I've got the chart here. I
yeah.
don't. Can you see it from what you're doing? I can make it
No,
bigger.
yeah, bring it up on a bigger scale
I can
there.
do that. I can do that for you. So
I can. So, what are we looking at? Yeah, bring it up on that
oh,
scale
look
there.
at we got the most important thing big there. Look at that. There we go.
The draft order. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay.
So, there's rumors that New York is tanking on purpose.
No. Oh
Yes,
wow,
yes. There were rumors.
that's a good observation.
There
Maybe
were
that's why the
rumors that
first group.
Arizona was, but Arizona decided to start
Yeah.
to fight back. And they realized
Wow,
they're not
yeah.
going to get someone like Kyle Murray again. You're just not. He is unbelievable. And all
Yeah.
he needs really is a good back or a
Yeah.
better offensive line, a couple pieces,
Hmm.
right? New England needs a new coach. We were just talking about that. I don't know enough about Chicago to give an opinion. Sometimes they look okay.
I think Chicago is a sleeping giant with the team that they have and stuff. I just think I think that you're one or two pieces for that team
Yeah.
could send them sky. Green Bay, I don't know what's going on with them. L.A. Rams, I thought L.A. was pretty much set. I don't know why they're
Injuries.
yeah, the injuries and stuff,
Injuries.
of course.
Old
But what you
quarterback.
said about the Giants is interesting because yesterday
Yeah.
in the game, when, like I said, when they pan over onto that sideline, I look at that
Hmm.
and I'm thinking, oh, they're just, you know,
They're floating.
I'm thinking they're disgusted with the game. I'm just wondering if
Yeah.
they're just frustrated because they've been told that, hey, just sort of loosen up. And you saying that just now, I'm thinking, looking at when I'm watching that game yesterday, I'm
Yeah.
thinking, why the hell? It's it's like two or three times. I said, why the hell did they do that? Why did they do that? I mean, it's just like
What's
That's a
disturbing
good observation.
is
That's a good observation.
Carolina.
Yeah. Well, that's
I
an obvious right there.
I know, but I feel bad for Bryce. So
Yeah.
if you had Bryce Young, let's say they didn't
Oh,
because of
but they
it.
gave their first pick to Chicago.
Right. So Bryce, let's say that Bryce ended up going to L.A. or
Okay.
if he had gone to even Green Bay, or if he
Right.
had gone to Washington,
Right.
or if he had even gone to the New York Giants, the
Right.
Giants would be better. The
Uh-huh.
problem is though, Carolina and the Giants seem to have very little O line. And I've noticed recently that Tennessee is getting better at protecting their star quarterback
Hmm.
because he was in a dangerous way a lot. And Washington seems to be getting better. But
Yeah.
remember my theory yesterday that the younger teams, and what I mean by that is
Yep.
where the average person on that team is about 23, 22
Right.
years
Right.
old, they're
Right.
starting to creep up in
Right.
the standings because they have quicker heel times.
Yep.
But I think they also mesh better too. You got to remember, a lot of these players haven't played together. You have
Oh
the
yeah, there was a lot of teams that are young and stuff like that, and like I just look at the LA Rams. It's a predominantly young team, and they were faltering, but then they came. I'm thinking, okay, they're sort of trying to find their way and stuff like that. So there
hmm
are. This is. I don't think I've seen a season with this many young players
yeah.
across the board and stuff like that. And I think that's one of the reasons I guess I'm excited watching it this year because you get some good plays. The field goal factor continues,
hmm
as we say in games I was watching yesterday. And I said I think my biggest takeaway, and it was during
hmm
the Giant Dallas game. Dallas goes fourth and goal, and they didn't make it. They Giants held them, and then in the same game. The Giants, they could have kicked the field goal. They ended up going fourth and short yardage, 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Figured they're going to pick it up, and they didn't. And I just like looking at that. It's like there's more teams doing that this year than I've seen in seasons past now.
But see, we're forgetting something. The level of talent is so high.
Yeah,
Even the level of talent on the special teams, they're
right.
getting less time to kick.
Hmm. Mm.
So,
Oh,
and the
even on the punting, yeah, you can see that there's this the guys are getting right there
the,
close to the kicker.
there's, I would say 7 out of 10 times, if they
Uh,
had been there a tenth of a second quicker, they would have blocked the kick.
right? Yeah. That's all. It's
Legally,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
They're within that. I've noticed that too, Michael. Both on the extra point mostly also on the punting. The
I
punting is.
wish I wish
I'm
they would
surprised that does
develop
not
I wish they would develop running backs to kick.
running backs a kick.
Yeah, hear me out.
Yeah,
Because if there was an opportunity to run, they
yeah.
would.
Uh-huh.
Do you see how the game would be more exciting?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because, in rugby, you see a lot of very,
Oh, okay. Bring that. Okay. Yep.
very talented runners, large men that can kick the ball very accurately. They do a lot of the similar stuff that we do in football, but without equipment. And that goal line stance that they're doing, where they
Uh-huh.
there's only a couple teams that Philadelphia is the only ones that seem to effectively, like something like 98% of the time, will push the line,
Right.
no matter who the opponent is.
Right.
And that's just sheer strength. But they're saying people are getting injured because of it. I haven't seen that. So, of the teams that you see, before we go here, because I do have to
Yeah.
go,
Yeah. Okay. No
what
problem.
within the list that you see of the 12, I'm looking at, I think Washington could end up getting a wild card. Tampa Bay maybe.
Yes.
Buffalo is in trouble. If Buffalo makes any mistakes,
Well, yeah.
they're not going
I
to get a
think
wild
I
card.
think they're very fortunate. They're right behind Miami, even though Miami's ahead. If they win one more
Right.
game and stuff like that, they win their division. I think they're looking at divisional and stuff like that. But I think they're still in the wild card hunt there too.
But
But
but nothing's given this year.
No, 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 no.
There's
No,
nothing get like you imagine if you bet your life savings on that game against the Ravens with the
yeah,
Brown.
yeah,
Uh, and what did that come down to? Was it 3 points? I think it
something
was.
like, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it was,
So
yeah.
most of the games now are within 3 points.
Oh God, yeah, yeah. They're either they're high scoring, but they're still close. I saw on
Yeah.
the scores, or they're very low and they're close.
Yeah.
So they're pretty much evenly, except for the Giants. They get blown away, and then like the Patriots, they're getting blown away as far as that goes. I'm just looking here. The Buccaneers
Yeah.
wide receiver Evans on drop TD. I was thinking about what ball I was going to give the ball to. That's why there's reason for dropping the ball. I got to take care of business first, and then think
Well,
about it.
and if you notice, the Raiders won again.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Beating the Jets, and I don't know if they're that good of a caliber team. I think they're pretty well evenly matched. That game could have gone because the Jets were winning that game all the way until the fourth quarter, from what I saw in the box scores. Because I didn't see any up until the field goal. You look at
That
how
was a low scoring game, though,
it
right?
was a low scoring. Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was a
So
defensive battle.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it just makes for interesting gameplay and stuff like that. And that switch you did, I think, was a good switch as far as that goes. And yeah, you got to go. The missus is just coming back, so I
Good.
guess
Perfect. All right. Take care. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for bringing me up, Michael. I appreciate
Yes.
it.
Please promote yourself quickly.
Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, at Fireman Rich on all those fine social media networks, and especially over there on Twitch. And have a good one.
And we will probably get together with Brian this week. Hopefully, you'll be there as well and talk more in depth football content. And yes, many.
I had a
sports.
ball yesterday with everybody, Michael.
Did
just
you?
real quick. That was fun. I had more fun with that than watching the football games. I love that.
It's a good panel, isn't it, of people? Yeah. So tell them about Tony D quickly before.
Oh, Tony D. Yeah, Tony D, who does Bell Kings fantasy football. There's his card, just to give him a plug there. He's a great guy. He's Michael's and my good friend, fellow broadcaster, and we like everything that Tony does. And as far as that goes, there we go.
We also had Ted Hicks in the broadcast.
Oh, Ted Hicks. Yeah, I got Ted Hicks' card. There's Ted.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, I don't see he has real Ted Hicks, but it seems like I'm communicating more on his late night parenting X/Twitter feed.
I like how you gave both links though at the same time. Well done. And then we had Tim Brown. I
don't have a card for Tim Brown.
Yeah,
Tim Brown,
okay.
Great guy.
He's a professional speaker. And
what is it? Simply Tim Brown or Simply Tim TV, I believe.
You got it.
Yeah,
you did that perfectly. Thank you to everybody who supports us here. If you can, please subscribe, like, and leave a hashtag of Restream. Have yourself a wonderful, motivated Monday, and we will talk to you soon. Take care.